Once upon a time, in a quiet African village surrounded by lush green fields and a winding dirt road, lived a woman named Joyce. She was a beautiful, tall, 25-year-old African woman with smooth brown skin, smiley brown eyes that sparkled with a mix of pain and hope, and curly black hair tied neatly at the back. Her vibrant African dress hinted at the pride she carried despite a life of hardship. Yet, Joyce was an outcast. She lived on the fringes of the village, burdened by a past she had no control over, and whispers of judgment that followed her everywhere. Joyce had been abandoned as a child and left to fend for herself, enduring the ridicule and rejection of the villagers. Her isolation was palpable, and she bore the brunt of the community's scorn. Yet beneath her tattered garments and weary exterior was a heart longing for acceptance and love. One day, a stranger named Tom arrived in the village. Tom was a tall, handsome 25-year-old African man with warm brown skin, kind brown eyes, and a short modern haircut that reflected his worldly experiences. Dressed in a regal blue and gold African outfit, he was a traveling trader, a man who had seen faraway lands and sought a place to call home. The simplicity of the village intrigued him, but it was the sight of Joyce, walking with quiet dignity along the dirt path, that captivated his heart. Tom was a man of empathy, someone who looked beyond surface judgments. While others dismissed Joyce as a pariah, Tom saw her humanity. He began visiting Joyce's small hut at the edge of the village, bringing small gifts, fresh bread, colorful fabrics, and stories from distant places. At first, Joyce was cautious. Years of mistreatment had taught her to mistrust kindness, especially from men. But Tom's sincerity and patience gradually broke down her walls. The villagers were scandalized. Tom's association with Joyce became the subject of gossip and scorn. They warned him against involving himself with a woman like her. But Tom was steadfast. He saw something in Joyce that others couldn't or wouldn't, a resilient spirit and a heart that yearned to be free of judgment. As the months passed, Tom and Joyce grew closer. Tom's consistent kindness became a balm for Joyce's wounds, and she began to trust him. For the first time, she allowed herself to dream of a life where she was not defined by her past. Their connection deepened, and soon Tom knew he wanted to spend his life with her. One sunny afternoon, under the ancient baobab tree at the heart of the village, Tom announced his intention to marry Joyce. The village erupted in disbelief. How could a man like Tom, a man of status and dignity, choose to wed someone they had cast aside? Despite the backlash, Tom and Joyce stood firm. Their love was not contingent on the approval of others. The wedding was a modest but beautiful ceremony under the baobab tree. Joyce wore a simple yet elegant dress adorned with flowers in her curly hair. Tom, resplendent in his blue and gold attire, stood proudly by her side. Though most villagers attended out of curiosity rather than support, the love and joy shared between Tom and Joyce were undeniable. After their union, Joyce flourished under Tom's unwavering love. Her confidence grew, and her radiant joy began to change the hearts of the villagers. Over time, they saw beyond their prejudices and began to acknowledge the strength and beauty in Joyce's spirit. The whispers of disdain transformed into words of respect, and Joyce, once the outcast, became a symbol of hope and resilience. Tom and Joyce's love story transcended the boundaries of judgment and prejudice. They taught the village an invaluable lesson. The moral of the story is that true love and compassion can heal wounds, mend hearts, and challenge societal judgments. Everyone deserves a chance to be seen for who they truly are, beyond the mistakes of their past. Redemption and acceptance are possible when we choose kindness over criticism and humanity over prejudice.